guys, it's Drew here, and just along my journey, I've had to struggle with pornography, lusting after women, and eventually getting my heart broken in a toxic relationship. And during this time, I was very far from God. And when the catalyst event happened, when relationship finally ended, I realized that I had to change, and I wanted to go over some of these habits that I developed that I know will help you in your journey. And these are seven habits that godly men have, traits that godly men have. And the first one would be is that they fear God and not the opinions of others. You know, ever since I started posting on social media, it has been a journey of just like hearing what other people think about me, or what they I hear what they say. And I just have to remember that God is the only one that's going to judge me when I come to the end of my life. And hopefully that's in many years, but God is the only one that's going to judge me when I come to the end of my life. So he's the only opinion that I should care about or have in the back of my mind when I'm going throughout this walk of life. And I know a lot of people nowadays, they really care about what other people think of them. And I was in this same boat once too, but you just have to realize that if you care about what these people say about you, and that controls what you do, they already own you in a sense. And they're already going to dictate, you know, the heights that you can climb, what you can do and what you can't do. So you really have to, this is a habit that's very important, and that's probably one of the hardest to develop, especially nowadays. But the second habit would be they train their bodies. And this is one that I fortunately was doing for a long time, even before the initial breakup. I've been doing wrestling, track since I was in the seventh grade, and I've also got into weightlifting later in life, and now I do MMA, BJJ. But you don't have to do those things. You just have to find something that you really like as well. It could be running, it could be swimming, it could be rock climbing, but to train your body and to stay active as a man of God is very important, very important. Your body is a temple, and you must take care of it diligently. But one of the bare minimums I recommend all men do is train weightlifting 3 to 4 times a week. That is, I feel like, should be mandatory for every man, as early as possible, ideally. But training your body should be mandatory, and the self confidence that you get from it is going to be massive. Trust me, you'll notice the difference when you look in that mirror and you're happy with what you see versus when you're not. The third habit would be they work diligently. And a lot of what's preached in today's society is, comfort, watching Netflix, going to the movies, restaurants, out to drink. But we can't forget the fact that we must be working diligently towards what God has called us to. I remember when I first got called to start posting on social media, it demanded a lot of me. I had to cut certain things out of my life, and there were things like video games, roller skating, just things that weren't necessarily bad for me in a sense, but they take away from the work that God has called me to do. So I need to be obedient and diligent in the work that I've been assigned. The fourth habit would be they guard their eyes and their mind. And this is very important. When I first started to overcome my lustful urges and trying to beat lust, one of the things that I had to do was actually guard my eyes. I needed to unfollow accounts. I needed to block certain females or women that posted promiscuous content, and delete some social media apps. I deleted Snapchat for a long time to just remove those triggers and to guard my eyes from seeing that kind of stuff, and my mind as well. Some music I just had to cut out because it was too vulgar. It was a lot of what goes mainstream nowadays is about money, murder, sex, violence, and I'm starting to just cut that stuff off because it's not good for my mind. 5 would be they live with structure. And man, this is an important one because having a structured life is gonna allow you to first develop new habits and do them consistently. If I didn't have a structured way that I schedule my day out every day, then I wouldn't be being able to post 3 to 5 times a day. I wouldn't be able to work out. I wouldn't be able to have time for the things that I need to do. So having a structure to your day and even week is very important. I always write out the things that I need to do the next day, the day before. So I'm writing down like tomorrow I need to post 3 reels again. I'm going to BJJ practice, but I know I need to do these things and I have them written down and structured in a way that, hey, this is going to take 2.5 hours. It's going to take 1 hour. I'm prioritizing the task as well. So that's very important, and it's a productivity hack as well. The sixth habit is they lead themselves first. And before you can lead a family, before you can lead your own children or a wife, you need to be able to be a good leader to yourself. And what does that mean? That means leading your life in a way that you are successful, you're obeying God, you are being diligent with what He gave you and being a good steward. A lot of men want the wife, the family, the financial freedom, but they cannot lead themselves first. And that is crucial because if you're not set in your ways first, if you don't have things together, I'm not saying you have to have everything together, but you need to have certain things in line before you can even handle leading a wife or a family or even a community one day. Some of you guys have great callings in your life and you may be leading a group of people, like hundreds, thousands maybe, but you need to be able to lead yourself first. And the last but not least, the seventh habit of a godly man is they pursue brotherhood and accountability. This is very important because as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. That's scripture based. Once you get around other like-minded individuals, serious about the faith, serious about becoming men of God and improving, they sharpen you as well. Certain things are hard to do alone. Conquering lust is hard to do alone. Training your body is hard to do alone. For these things, I had men around me helping me with these things. My brother really got me involved with weightlifting and started helping me train. I had another buddy that I would call every other day and we'd talk about our struggles with conquering lust and how things we could do better. And without these men in my life, I would not be where I am now. And I'm so thankful for them because they've directed me and they've been wise counsel in my ear. They've directed my path to a one that is godly and that aligns with God. Without them, I wouldn't be the man I am today. And I know this one is kind of hard because you may be in an isolated area. Not a lot of people your age or maybe even in your religion, but with the beauty of social media nowadays is that they don't necessarily need to be. For me, I know I started a Christian self-improvement community and I'll probably put the link down below, but if you are lacking that community for Christian men looking to self-improve, looking to do better, train their bodies, their minds, become leaders, then go ahead and join the community. It is 100% free, guys. And I know that's a difficult one. Finding Christian men who believe in what you believe in and are wanting to serious about self-improving. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If you're new here, subscribe. And those are the 7 habits of a godly man. Thank you.